So, got a system here, y'all. It's a lot of JBL stuff. Thought I'd run through, not in a garage or anything. This is kind of outside. We got promises to keep. Top of 20. See what you got. So that system is, there's some people that want a system just for like loud, boom, boom, whatever, competition. And they'll put $3,000 into it, maybe even more. So this is definitely not a $3,000 system. So for anybody thinking about a system, you could do it kind of affordably if you're willing to do it yourself, especially. And it's really not a lot to do a system, y'all. Just running some power wire, basically, is really what a system is. It's not a lot of work. But we'll go through this Kenwood radio quick. One of my more favorite things here is this Kenwood. This is the Excelon series for Kenwood, and this is a X705. And the great thing with this unit is it's got a front USB. We have a front USB. It also has another USB that comes out of the back of the radio. So in my compartment here, I have a USB, and that's where this is actually playing from right now, because I can't play Bluetooth and record at the same time. So that's one of the features of the radio. We'll run through it real quick if you got the time. Alright, so there's the attenuator. And of course, this is the PAC system, steering wheel controls. Let's see, let's go through source here. So we got Bluetooth. Now my Bluetooth is pretty much connected to my GPS. So Alexa. Yeah, got Alexa. So she plays and stuff through there. Alright, so we got an auxiliary. We've got a standby. So he's off now. HD radio, which for me, one of the negatives for Kenwood is their FM tuner. It's not that great. Pioneer has probably got the best tuner of any market. If you're in a big city, Kenwood's going to be great. And it's HD. For people that don't know HD radio, if you've got a HD radio station, a lot of times they broadcast two or three different stations out of that one station. So you'll have an HD1, you'll have an HD2, and it's high definition radio. So it's basically CD quality radio. So we've got HD radio, we've got the USB front like I talked about. Then you've got the USB rear that comes out the back. And I think we went through them all, didn't we? I believe so. While we're on the radio, I'm going to kick back to the USB rear. One more hit. So USB rear. So some other stuff going on is it's got a dual color zone. So this part's going to be a color, and then the outer parts will be a different color. So it's two color zones. Man, y'all just need to look into the Kenwood if you're thinking about that. It isn't weatherproof or anything like that. This is just a standard car radio. And the thing with, make sure I'm still recording. The thing with marine radios is they have a spray on them. That's pretty much what makes a marine radio a marine radio. There's nothing else with marine. They got a conformal coating put on them that basically protects it mostly from salt. It's really nothing more. If a marine radio gets wet, you're screwed. If this radio gets really soaked, you're kind of probably screwed. I'll tell you, this one's about 3 years. I think I bought this in 21. Let's call it 21's when I bought it. It might have been 20. I'm not sure when this 705 came out. But I had the 704, and then I bought this 705 Not a lot of difference between a 704 and a 705. To be honest, I can't think of any difference between a 704 and a 705, except for the 705's new. It looks identical. It does the same thing. So if you can find a good deal on a 704, buy a 704. The good thing with Excelon, they got a 2-year warranty. Kenwood, regular Kenwood, has a 1-year warranty. So you're coming out of the gate with a 2-year warranty. It's a good deal. And it's just their premier line. Okay, so we were talking about the rain and marine. When I put this in, I used some foil tape on the radio. My radio, if we were to pull it out, we'll have foil tape, kind of like you use on heating and air conditioning vents, ductwork. That's what's on my radio. So I think on the sides I might have poked a couple of holes in the foil just to make sure it didn't overheat. But the top, it's covered, so water isn't really going to get inside of it. Now, the one spot that you do have to worry about is that, of course, this is a detachable face. So moisture and rain can still get behind here. And I've actually had trouble with face plates. This is a different faceplate than what I had just a couple months ago, because the faceplate kind of went bad. Moisture got in there. It started flickering and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Changed the faceplate, fixed the problem. So sometimes if you have a radio that the faceplate starts going crazy, it might actually be the faceplate, not the radio. Okay, so I'm done with the Kenwoods. I'm not going to say prices or anything because I have no idea, where you might buy from or whatnot. So, good radio. Okay, of course, this part right here is an engineered adapters piece. That's just a faceplate DIN cover, so it fits and makes it look factory. Let's talk behind here. Let's talk about the amp that I've got. I'm running a 5-channel amp. I got a Clarion XR 5520. I believe it's an XR 5520. It's not a very popular amp. You really can't find it too many places. I don't know if that's because it's a junk amp to most people or why that is, but eBay's got it, and Amazon, you can pretty much buy it. But you really don't see it too many other places. XC, the XC line by Clarion, I think is pretty much the United States line. Seems like the XR might be South America or something, some other country. So maybe that's why it's not as prevalent here in the United States. I'm not sure. But the Clarion amp, the good thing with that Clarion, and pretty much any Clarion amp, is it is sealed up. It is I dare say a waterproof amp. The RCA cables, they're waterproof. The wiring is waterproof. It's all sealed. So you shouldn't have any troubles with water or anything with that. All right, let's keep going. Okay. One thing that I've got that nobody else is probably going to have, at least in this spot. Some people have a subwoofer, but my subwoofer. Did a big air kit on the other side, so I had all this open space. Somebody else actually did this before me. I don't know if they're still around or what, but they didn't do an 8-inch. They did something different. And they used, how did they do it? I believe they put their 6.5 or 6 3/4 in the chrome filter cover, I believe is what it was. And that's kind of where this whole thought process for me to put this together came into play. But this is fiberglass, and the truth of the matter, this front part right here, all of this is actually a cutting board. That is a plastic like you would find in your kitchen cutting board. And the sides are fiberglass. So it's all put together like that. and then just did the cutout, what is 7" or so, 6 3/4 inch cutout to fit the sub. Still using the guts on the inside. So the way that this actually mounts is, if we pull this off, we still got the same mounting holes on the inside. The inner mounting bracket is still there, still using it. The only thing I lost was the outside. So I still got 3, I believe it's 3 bolts that hold it to the frame. So there's like one here, one over here, and one down here or something. So that's actually what's keeping it hooked to the bike. So it worked out pretty well. Sub's not going to put out a ton of bass because just don't have a lot of room. You know, I'm not sure how many cubic feet, or I'm not sure what volume it is, but you need, you know, at least 1 cubic to 2 cubic feet probably for an 8" sub. Probably not getting that. I'm probably a good bit less. But it sounds pretty decent, you know, when it's sitting still. Alright, so that's probably won't have to worry about anything like that, but that is a kicker grill that's on top of this Polk sub. Went very marine with that. A lot of people ask me, you know, it's between the engine, it's getting cooked. I mean, it still does okay. It hadn't killed it yet. Dual voice coil. So that one's running at 2 ohms. That is a dual 4 ohm voice coil. So wired it up for a 2 ohm delivery. So that's that. Alright. Like I said, probably not something to worry about. Only thing with that, if you ever made one, it kind of sticks out a little bit, but not the end of the world. JBL is my speaker choice. I actually have a set of Polks that I just don't have on the bike, but you can see right here, those are Polk tweeters down here, components. That is a Polk MM6502, I believe is what those are from. The Polk sounded good, but just stuck with JBL. Something about JBL, I like it. So these are 600Cs. Pretty much on the discontinued market right now. If you can find them, they're, you know, not on top price, but discontinued market if you can find them. JBL. Same thing on the rear, running JBLs. Got my tweeters for the rear because I do components. Put those in the seat, so that's just in the seat. And they actually will turn if you want them to. They will go up and down. But they're locked into place right now, so I like that. These JBLs are 100 watts RMS each. 100 watts. So they put out a pretty good amount of power. The other good thing with JBLs is they are 2.5 ohms speakers. 2.5 ohm. So most speakers are 4 ohm. You get into 2 ohm, 2.5 ohm, it just puts a lot more volume out with less power, basically. So that's probably it, guys. That's audio day for today. Oh, I just changed my TPMS too. TPMS, my other one got kind of expensive. A little shake and he'll come alive. So that's good. Anybody thinking about doing something like this? Gorilla tape. If you want to put something somewhere, Gorilla tape. Gorilla tape. Alright, this is a long video, it seems like. Let's run through this one more time, volume wise. And of course, that's the Pack SW SR2, SW2, I don't know, one of those, whatever it is. Works very well. We'll say this while we're on this. We're talking about a pack and steering wheel control module. I made a mistake. Once upon a time, not a mistake, but where I mounted my pack control unit. I had it mounted behind the fairing, way up here. The only way to get to it is to take the fairing off. Little bit of tidbit here. The best place to put it is somewhere you can get to it. Okay, so if you want somewhere decent to put that control module, take this pocket out. Take this pocket out, and where I have mine mounted now is right on the sidewall right here. It is Gorilla taped right on the sidewall, on the inside. There's about that much space between the wall and your pocket, and you can make it fit. And the benefit to that is if this thing ever loses its memory, which is probably going to happen at some point, you just unlock this, take 3 screws out, 1 screw, 2 screw, and 3 screw, pull that whole pocket out, and you're there. You just Velcro it on if you want, or like I said, Gorilla tape it, but make it where you can get to the button to reprogram. It'll save you a lot of aggravation. Put it somewhere where you're going to be able to get to it. Man, my videos always go so long. 15 minutes. So